Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Football Shirt Social, your bi-weekly YouTube show that looks into the weird and wonderful world of football kits. I am your host, Tony Jameson, joined, as always, by Sai Maggio. Sai, how are you, my friend? Are you well?
I am good. It's a busy time of year for football kits, Tony. There are loads releasing. They're dropping left, right, and centre. We do an episode and a new shirt drops, or one we missed, or something happens, a sponsor changes, or they decide they're changing their shirt, or something ridiculous happens. So yeah, it's a crazy time for kits.
It is, and even though the season started, there's still some kits that still haven't been announced as well. In the minute they're dropping out very, very slowly, which is weird because it feels like there's been a massive shift. Years ago, you used to get teams wearing their new kit on the last game of the season, or wearing it, for maybe the FA Cup final. Of course, for our English viewers, you might get sometimes that they change their kit and wear it in the cup final. Whereas now, as I say, even at time of recording, the Premier League started this week. The Championship is already two games in, and I've already seen a news article today going third kit leak for some club. A leak. We're already into the season. How can you still not have a kit?
I think was it Chelsea last year? It was until September that their third kit wasn't shown. Talking of that Chelsea kit and in other news on how I am, I'm getting a divorce because the wife came in earlier while Chelsea were playing Man City, and she said, "I like that Chelsea kit." So yeah, it's we're done. It's over.
I'm really sorry, mate. You seem like you were a good couple as well. So it's a shame.
She's the only person in the world who likes that Chelsea kit.
Even the Chelsea players don't like that kit. Surely it's an absolute horror show.
Do you know, it's like a shirt that could have been good. I think that's the problem with it. Like it could have been so nice, but yeah.
I'm not feeling it, man. Is there anything actually? You know what? Is there any of those shirts that we've spoken about over the last few weeks? Has anything swung you around now you've seen it in the flesh?
Have any swung me around now I've seen them in the flesh? Ooh, I will say the Chelsea does look a little bit better. Like I think that one's maybe on its way. Portsmouth showed off their third kit. That looked kind of nice. The Ipswich kits look nice. I saw
they look smart, but we already said they were class, though, didn't we? So.
But do you know what? It made me reassess how I felt about the Portsmouth kits. I was disappointed by the Portsmouth kits. And then I looked at the Ipswich kits and said they were nice. But I realized they were basically the same kit. They're like a blue with a pinstripe. And I was like, hang on a minute. Why do I hate the Portsmouth but like the Ipswich? I think it's because the Portsmouth is sort of done on the Nike template. But yeah, it's... So I think that's, I'm starting to come around to my own team's kit a little bit. 2 games in, we drew with Leeds and drew with Luton. We could have won both games, but that's a good start to the season. So, two teams that probably are near Premier League level. I think for a newly promoted team, that's not bad. How are Sunderland getting on?
Mate, flying was second in the league.
Yeah, that's it.
This is all. It can only go downhill from here. This is like uncharted territory. 2-0 win against Cardiff. 4-0 battering of Sheffield Wednesday this morning.
It's good.
And I'm going to say 3 10 out of 10 kits from Hummel as well. The third kit is splitting the fan base.
Yeah, I saw some people hating it.
Like most people think it's horrific. I'm like,
yeah,
but how? Like,
I mean, let's load it. Let's load it. We are a visual podcast because we're not really. I
can see why people don't like it. I can. But there's a couple of features that I really, really like on it. And I should say, I was going to wear my Sunderland home kit because my Sunderland home kit has turned up, right? Okay, and we did say that I was going to get it.
So this is the new one, right?
Yeah. So this is the first new Sunderland kit I've bought in God knows how long. It's still got the tag on it, right? And you know what? It is like it's got all the details on it. All the details on it are really, really cool. Like there's sort of this thing about here which says on the banks of the River Wear, and there's like sort of nice bit of shipbuilding in stitching in the
that's cool
in the collar there, which is quite nice. The collar's very, very reminiscent of the 1990-1991 Hummel kit, and it matches perfectly with the stripe in the middle. Like it's
nice.
So that's really, really lovely. Rubber Hummel badge, which is nice.
Good.
I thought the chevrons were a bit wider. I must admit they're a bit narrower than I was expecting them to be down the side. Yeah. Okay. So I thought they would be a little bit wider.
In the shirt, or are they on the shirt?
Separate, stitched in, extra bit of material.
Yeah, but what, they're printed on or stitched?
No, stitched. It's another bit of material. So it's like It's
oh, it's like its own.
It's its own thing. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So,
but they're printed into that stitched bit.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Good. And then, I'm thinking about washability of the shirt.
All those little little touches upon it. So little ship. The ships are within the red stripe, which is
that what it is? The little ships.
Yeah, ships. Yeah. So it's a little throwback to the old badge, which is on the away kit, of course, is the old badge. And then the third kit we'll talk about in a second with another badge. Little authentic badges. Coordinates, obviously, these are quite fashionable at the minute.
But anyone gets lost.
Yeah, exactly. Because of course we're all nautical fans, aren't we? So we get that, and you know what? Yeah, it fits lovely. The sponsor's crap, but it's screen printed, so it might come off. That's what I'm hoping for.
I've got some VLR. Would you like to borrow it? Which is the vinyl removal stuff. Yeah, I've not tested it yet. I am worried about testing it, but
and then the badge has got the big panel, and it's nice enough. It's nice. Maybe a bit unsure about the actual way that it's stitched on. Maybe the away kit, I think it looks a bit nicer because it's white on white. But I really, really like it. I think it's they've done a good job, and I am now going to buy the away kit as well, I must admit.
Yeah, it's a shame the badge is like a stitched on one rather than like a stitched one, if that makes sense. Yeah, like a stitched on.
It does make sense. It makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. But it's fine, and it looks really, really nice, and it fits really well as well. I've had to go a size up, obviously, to fit in. And yeah, we'll get the away kit. Would have been a shame. I would have loved to have got it in long sleeves, but I had it in my basket, but I panicked a little bit, and I was like, no, they're going to go.
You panicked about the long sleeve because of the sizing, or
no, the fact that if I didn't get the order done in time, it would just take my order, and then because there was lots of talk about that happening. But anyway, let's move on to that. Let's have a little look at this third kit, which has split a lot of opinion. Now, what it does is the reference here is the old miner's wheel. Okay, from obviously because of course the Stadium Light is built upon a colliery, so that's what the round thing is.
That's why they covered it in dirt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And a lot of the comments have been that it looks very much like me Nan's curtains. Or a tablecloth. But look at the positive side. You can't see the horrible betting company sponsor.
No, but you also can't see the logos.
You also can't see the logo, and you can't see the little 1973 typography logo as well. But again, in long sleeves, it looks mint. It's an interesting color as well.
I don't mind it. I do think. I think they should. Well, what color could they put the logo in that would have shown up?
What's interesting is that someone has photoshopped it into royal blue, because we had a really class royal blue away kit from Hummel in 1991, and it looks really good in royal blue. And I can sort of see why people were thinking, why did we not just do that?
The shirt understand.
Itself. Yeah. And they've kept the design the same, but they just changed the color into royal blue, which I get would have looked better.
If they inverted the colors, it would work, right?
Yeah, like, look, it's something different. Like, I've bought that Inspiral Carpet shirt. I love that Walthamstow kit, so I'm gonna like this sort of kit. But I understand there is 1,000 fans that are gonna hate it. Like, I guess
the difference with the Inspiral Carpets one is that like the design is not repetitive, whereas on this one it's like a repetitive design, isn't it? Which is where the tablecloth curtains.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And people as well, of course, are concerned that that's black and white stripes, and it's not. It's navy blue. It's navy blue and white.
Yeah, the sponsor still ruins it for me.
You know what? I can understand that people don't like it, is all I'm going to say. But for me personally, I like it. But I completely get that people are going to hate it.
Yeah. Talking of sponsors ruining shirts, both our shirts today are sponsor-less, I believe. Well, you might. No. Oh no, you do have a sponsor on yours. Oh, do you know that's funny? Because I sold one last week, Fenerbahce, very similar to that, and it was sponsorless. But go on, show us your Fenerbahce shirt. Bache or Bache, or I don't know how we pronounce it.
Fenerbahce. I go for Fenerbahce or Fenerbahce. But I mean, my Turkish isn't brilliant, I must admit. 2008, 2009.
Oh, it's an older one than I imagined.
It's an older one. It's Roberto Carlos era. Fenerbahce.
Yeah, that was weird. Roberto Carlos Fenerbahce. Have you got a name on the back? I assume not.
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
I think I saw one sell with Roberto Carlos on the back the other day. What color are the stars? Are the stars blue or are they
stars blue stitched on as well, rather than just screen print on there? So
Fenerbahce don't change their kit that much. They've had Adidas for quite some time.
Yes.
The one I saw the other week was very similar to that, but the Adidas was in the middle, but the stars were gold and the badge was like a goldy silver color, a bit like this, I suppose. But not this is gold, but this is also very plasticky. This one
stitched on badge as well, with a little bit of silver in the badge, which is quite nice. Bit of felt over the top on the numbers, but again, like just a really, really nice fitting Adidas shirt. I haven't got many Adidas tops, I don't think. But it's also got a collar as well, like a nice, look at that.
Yeah, nice
flappy collar with a little bit of detail on the back.
Oh yeah, Fenerbahce just written there. Is that sewn in?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I just thought, to be honest, the reason I bought it around about the same time that Mourinho was announced as the new manager, and I was like, let's get on the Fenerbahce train because this is going to be wild.
I mean. Yes, Turkish fans are wild. Like we both know from streaming Foot Manager and other games, even just doing football shirt stuff. Like even when I'm selling the football shirts, people come in and like, someone today was like, "Oh, do you like Arda Güler?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, this is not the question right now, but sure, he's fine. They love it. They just want anything Turkey or anything Turkish team, but you don't mention the wrong Turkish team if they're the wrong fan of the other team.
No, so exactly. But I quite like it. It's good. It's good.
Smart.
Sleeve sponsors on there as well, which are all stitched in, and then the stars are repeated as well. But happy. I
got one for myself the other week, and I'm on the fence about keeping it or selling it. I'm always on the fence about the Turkish teams. Today, I mean, the collection I do have is Mexican teams. This is a Donny one, which is like a. I don't know if Donny did Donny used to be around more? I feel like when I was a kid, I had Donny trainers.
No, you had Donny. Donny, which is like a tennis manufacturer.
Dunlop is a tennis manufacturer.
Dunlop is, and so is Slazenger, but Donny. D-O-N-A-Y, I believe it was.
And then was there one called Tony as well? Have I merged the two?
Pony
there was. I think there was a Tony.
There might have been a Tony.
Tommy was toys, wasn't it? Tommy was like kids' toys.
Tommy was toys, but Pony. But I think I think it's Donny. But I've never seen Donny because I looked at that. I was like, I'm sure it should be Donny, but what you've got, mate, looks lovely.
Well, okay, so I've been doing my Whatnot streams. I thought I gotta wear something interesting during the Whatnot streams. And I believe they did 2 shirts, and I've seen a few people wearing the other one. I'm not as much of a fan of the other one. The other one is a gorilla. If you might have seen it with a giant gorilla on it.
They've got it in the shop in York, actually.
Have they? I believe these are real teams as well.
Yes.
I don't think they're fake teams. I think this is Dorado or Sinaloa. Leopards. I believe, or Jaguars. It does even say somewhere on the shirt. So there is Jaguars. I think it says it on the back. If I turn around, it might say somewhere.
Maybe it says HR, so it's from the Human Resources department.
Oh, it's at the top there. Jaguars. It's on the collar.
Jaguars. Yeah.
So Jaguars. Is Dorado Jaguars? I don't know. They're not. I don't believe they're a top tier team in Mexico. I believe they're like Liga. So Liga MX is the top tier, and then there's I think it's Dorado's Jaguars. I can't remember where the Gorillas team is from, but I think they're just like really, really cool, really cool shirts. Let's see, is it Corrado Jaguars de Cordoba? No, it's not Cordoba. So I'm not sure. Donny shirt, but it's just really cool. It's like gold. This badge is like really, really like plasticky though, like weirdly plasticky. It's thin and like. I don't know how if it's like a cheap plastic in a weird way, but it's also got like sorry, it actually says the city name on here. It's Jalisco.
Oh, okay.
Jalisco. I don't know, pronounce it in my Spanish pronunciation. And I don't know if you can see, but the guy is playing. He's not playing football. He's playing what's the name of the game? I've forgotten it now. It's the old Mexican game. If you've never seen it, they've got two basically. One that's similar to hockey, and one which is like, I guess, like a football, but they play with their hips. They got to hit it with. It's the old Aztec game. They hit the ball with their hips. If you've never seen it, it is chaotic. The hockey one they play with a flaming ball, and this one they hit. Of course. Yeah. And this one, there's like a hoop, like a hole, there's like a hole, like a hoop, but it's like sideways, right? And they're like opposite ends of a court. And they've got to hit it with their hip, hit the ball up through the hoop. And I think they can like use their feet to like juggle it, but the final hit has to be with the hip.
Was this game invented by Shakira?
I mean, it's Central American, so that's probably where they all get it from. And I've seen them play it at in Mexico, and it's insane. Like the ball control, how they do it, I don't know. It's really insane. If someone will comment and remember the name of the game, it's Aztec ball game. I remember like reading books when I was a kid and thinking, "There's no way they used to play with their hip," but now I've seen people actually play it. It's actually crazy. It's just called Mesoamerican ball game. Oh, Talithi, I think, something like that. You can find videos of it. If you've been to Chichen Itza, there's actually a giant court of it there with like the stands and everything, like an old stadium for where people used to play it. Oh, Pok to Pok. Sorry, that's what it's called, Pok to Pok. Oh. Yeah. So the little picture of the guy in the badge is playing Pok ta Pok. So yeah, that's my share for today. CD Jaguars Jalisco, that's it. Liga de Balompié Mexicano. I don't know what tier that is.
Sounds like Mexican non-league, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is the 2021 home. The 2020 2021 away. Hang on, let me show these to you because I mean, so today's theme is going to be like non-British shirts, so we can have a look at these, I suppose. That's the away, which is like a black one. Yeah,
that's an absolute banger in it.
And it's actually, I mean, you might not be able to make out on mine, but there is actually like Jaguar print in the thing. But if I go to the other shirts from that scene as well.
Oh my, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like a very American sports one, doesn't it?
These look like custom, like sort of custom NFL jerseys. Like, if you're playing like an unofficial American football game on the Xbox or whatever, right, let's create the Minnesota Eagles or something, just because they couldn't get the license and right, that'll do. Is that Mega Man?
Yeah, it's like a Da Vinci-esque Mega Man, like a Vitruvian football Mega Man. Industriales Nacolpan. Well, I'm butchering pronunciations here. I can't see. I was hoping to see the Gorilla one, but there might not have even been in the same.
I don't think that's the same division, maybe. But I know which one you mean. Like I said,
here it is. Oh no, it's the year after. The Gorilla one is the year after.
Yeah,
that's the Gorilla one. Gorillas.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Gorillas de Juan Catalan, and there is also. I actually like that one. I've never seen that one in the flesh. I think what happened is like some mystery boxes got a hold of some of these.
Yes, they did.
And that's how they. I have seen this team, Toros, a few times. In fact, I have a Toros shirt somewhere. So these are in the Liga TDP, which is like another Mexican league. Tigres de Alicia. Like, look at that one. These are the Tigers. Like the badge is on the left on that. I like that one.
Did these come out around the same time as they? Is it Almiro Brown, the Argentinian team? Is it that's got the sort of like the
Amarante Brown? Yeah, that might be
came out around about the same time
one as well.
And again, they were like these mystery box companies got a load of their shirts, and they all just came out at the same time. It was like, yeah, these are like wild designs.
Oh, interesting. That's the Gorillas one I was thinking of, but it's basically the same. And I think I've seen that one as well.
That looks like a rugby league shirt. Like you can imagine, like that being the Leeds Gorillas.
Yeah,
rugby league.
That's another one of the Falcons ones. I'm trying to see Tigers.
Oh, look at that! Look at that goalkeeper, that red Felix
for the Phoenix. Yeah, look at it's mad, isn't it? Let's look at the Amarante Brown.
I need to buy one of these shirts. Like, I don't know. You're asking someone who's dyslexic how you spell a team that I could barely pronounce in the first instance.
Thought I saw it.
Can you type brown? Would that work?
Is it brown like brown? Oh, I saw it.
I think so.
Yeah. Almirante brown.
Yeah, these ones.
Rytel. Like... Yeah, Rytel is that one. The Rytel
like...
also do some crazy shirts. In fact, I've got a Rytel one right here. I think this is Rytel. Yeah, look, this is another Mexican one. Mexican, I think. Yeah, San Juan.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy design. Loads. Oh, this might even be Argentinian. Actually, looking at it. But yeah, I think Rytel must be like an Argentinian one. Looking at where they have the rest of these, that's their goalkeeper anniversary kit, and they must have just produced loads of them.
Where's the like white one? Because they've got the. It's the same.
Is there a white? Oh yeah, the white one. Yeah,
that's the one I think I'm going to buy if I can find it.
The white version. I often see the darker version, but yeah,
I do as well. Yeah,
covered in sponsors. Because that's the way. Either they've got to have a fantastic design or they've got to be absolutely covered in sponsors.
Yeah,
that's how South American kits work and Central American kits. All right, so going from that, we are going to from Central America. I think we're going to stick to Europe actually, but we wanted to do like a little tour of some of the best shirts or worst shirts or interesting shirts from across Europe. We're not going to cover every league. We might cover leagues in more detail later on. We have decided we're going to do Champions League and maybe Europa League and Europa Conference later. So if there are any Champions League teams, we will look at them later. So there are some we want to look at. We want to look at the Inter. We want to look at the Juve third. We did a look at some of them also a while back when we did like our preview of the leagues. So if they're a Champions League team at least, I don't think they're in today. I'm pretty sure some of these teams are in the other European leagues.
Just a heads up, there is no Adidas trefoil at this point. That has to be an episode on its own, I think.
Yeah, I'm just checking. There is one Adidas.
Maybe one, but is it trefoil?
There's two Adidas. No trefoil logos on either of them though.
Because that Champions League thing threw a couple of shirts out, unfortunately.
Yeah. So that'll be coming later, probably around October when Champions League kicks off. It's a very busy time of year for shirts.
Just before the Retro Football Fair as well. So that's going to be a great episode, that one. Yeah. So again, we'll mention that a bit later on the show. And check the description below.
Yep.
Go on, Simon.
Right.
Let's go with it, shall we?
Yeah. Should we start? Well, I'm going to start with like a half one because the Swedish league actually runs slightly different to the rest of the leagues. I'm not going to pick that picture because that picture is signed. But I don't know if we can get a good picture otherwise. So it's our favorite. It's our winner of last year's Football Shirt of the Year, AIK. Did they win it? I think they did, right?
I think they did, yeah.
Show favorite. They always produce like some cool shirts. So I thought we'd start with the AIK shirt. It's also might only be the only Nike one on show today as well.
Yeah, Nike have dropped the ball in recent times. I think I've fallen a bit out with them, but
except for AIK, they're just smashing them out for AIK.
Yeah. Like I think this is a shirt that's just class in it. It's just really, really nice. That maybe there's too many sponsors on it, which I know feels a bit weird after we've just said like we're looking at South American kits. I get it's Sweden, so they have to have sort of sponsors on the collars and down the sleeves and that, but it just sort of works, doesn't it? I really love the cuff on the sleeve.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think that's really, really nice, and I love the design within the shirt as well. And as you'll know, the away kit is just a white version of it, basically. So white and gold, it just seems to work nicely. It's just classic, just really, really classy. In it. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. It's the
white one's more like a Boca's type thing. Yeah, Boca Juniors type thing. But they are classy.
Look at those socks, man.
With the socks, it's good,
stunning.
But I'm pretty sure that's obviously the one that sold out in minutes.
The one,
yeah. Which sort of has like a like old fashioned, but also sort of a university feel to it in a weird way.
Yeah,
because it's like 3 letters, like Alpha Sigma. Right. So I thought we'd start off with AIK with a little bit of AIK love. Actually, let's go to another team that also did very well last year. They have been promoted this season. Athens Calathea.
Yeah. And again, they're knocking the shirts out of the park, aren't they? Them and Kappa is a match made in heaven, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird how like Kappa or Nike or whoever just choose like a team in like not one of the big leagues. Let's say like the leagues from 10th to 20th in the best leagues, right? Like in Europe, and they're like, who's the best team in that league, or who are the best teams in that league? Actually, no, not even that. This is a second tier team, right? They're like, let's just make this team.
Yeah, but last year's kit was stunning, and then like the interesting thing with it is it's not Kappa fit. Like it's not Kappa Sport, is it? It's not a skin tight.
It's not
combat shirt. It's a proper, just like it's a 90s shirt. Even the one last year was a 90s
do it in combat style. We might not see a picture of her in it, but
I'm not entirely sure if they will. But I mean, look at that. This is like the one from 23-24. That was last year's.
Yeah, that's last year's.
And again, even that's not combat, but it's just lovely, isn't it? And the away kit's really clean as well.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of tells you quite a lot about how they photograph it. For example, you know, they're not showing players in it. It's very much a fashion shoot with jewelry and trainers and, well, not even trainers, but like cool. It's hanging out of the car.
It's what Venezia was last year. One of the last couple of years was like Venezia became like almost a fashion brand rather than a football team. And I know, ironically, maybe we'll have a look at them next actually, but they're no longer with Kappa anymore now. Was it Kappa they were with?
There was they were with Kappa.
Yeah, and they've done these sort of like these really sort of like smart fashion designs rather than, as you say, the combat Kappa kits, and they just stand out, don't they? And there's nothing that's like glaringly brilliant about the kit. It's just a nice kit done well.
Yeah. When we talk about like football shirts you could wear just out in public, like you could just wear, like, you know, I'm not to like a fancy restaurant, obviously, but like, you know, you're just like, you know, you're going out for the day. I think you could get away with this. Like, it's nice.
And it's a conversation starter, isn't it? Like instantly, because of the fact it's so simplistic, it instantly goes, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, who's that? Like, rather than a top that's so over the top, the fact that it's understated is what makes it really, really appealing, I think.
This is football as fashion, very much so.
Definitely. All right, definitely.
You want to go to Venezia?
Yeah, let's compare, because they were essentially the Italian equivalent over the last couple of years, but they're no longer with Kappa. I want to say they went in-house.
Okay, I'm going to tease you. They did go in-house originally. This is the pre-season, which I like.
Yeah,
quite
simple.
Like pre-season. It's not what they've ended up with.
Yeah, they've not, is it? It's gone. It's just gone. It's gone.
Nocta is the brand. Now, I don't know if Nocta... I think this is Nocta's only ever football shirt, so it might still be an in-house brand. Yeah. Let's see if we can find out.
Why has it got a red stripe across the middle side? Why does it break the shirt up?
Okay, apparently that's not the case. I'm just looking at footy headlines here. So, update: the bottom of the Venezia shirt will not be like in the first leaked images. The lower part apparently got damaged by photo editing to remove text from the bottom.
Oh, okay, cool.
So there was like, well, actually, yeah, for some reason, someone's drawn that line on there on footy thingy. So it's actually more like this.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's still not really. I'm not really feeling it compared to what they've had previously.
Yeah.
It's all right, but it's not like, do you know what? With that granddad collar and the little button on it, do you know what? Do you know who would have done a brilliant job if that's the style that we're going to go with?
Kappa.
Macron.
Oh, Macron. Yeah, we would have made it, or Macron or a Joma.
I think Macron would have made a really, really great Venezia kit. If that's the style they're going with, I think that would have stood out, but I'm not feeling it, mate.
I'll tell you what, Footy Kit Archive is not having it. 1.8. A 1.8 might be one of the lowest scores I've ever seen. I don't even think that German team gets that low. You know, the German team with like the billion sponsors.
but this is the thing. Like, Venezia used to be a shirt you could set your clock by. Like, everybody wanted the Venezia kits, long sleeve. They were bringing all that style back, but now it's like, nah, you've gone, completely gone.
I think it is better that I think if I look at the actual this version, I'm okay with that. That's like actually kind of
it
nice.
might look cool on, right? And maybe long sleeves with those green and orange cuffs on the wrists might look cool, but the sponsor's too big. It's just it loses that subtlety that the Venezia kit had that the Calitha one has. The sponsor in the Calitha one is very minimalist and clean, whereas that's
what was the sponsor on Venezia before? Did they have one? Don't think they had one.
Don't think they had one. No,
well, that's an issue, right? Like at some point, like financially for them, this like too big to pass up in Serie A. You gotta, if you could, I think if you could buy this sponsorless, and you know what, as sponsors go, like for Venezia, I don't know about the font of it, but like to have a Spritz brand as a sponsor on a Venezia shirt is like, I think it works.
Yeah,
it's like, you know, have an aperitivo out on the veranda in Venezia. Like it's like, you know, it's not bet 3326989. It's like it's a thing that you would associate with classiness in Italy and cafe culture in, you know, in the Mediterranean. You would go sit by the canal, have your Aperol or your Cynar Spritz in this case, because it's not Aperol, it's a different brand.
Have an Aperol Spritz, despite the fact Cynar's the sponsor. Yeah,
have a Cynar Spritz, but like, I mean that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess that. Okay, right. If you put it like that, then that's fine. Yes, it's definitely not, you know, crypto mobile gaming, so that's fine. But I'm still
I'm checking something.
Is it crypto
Cynar Spritz? Cynar Spritz, because Cynar is so. If you know anything about the Italian language does not have the letter Y normally. Which makes me curious as to whether it's an Italian brand.
Spritz with the Z doesn't really.
They don't Z either. That's true. Yeah, but this
authenticity either.
But
so it's not that authentic Venezian, is it?
I'm trying to see like where it comes
Venetian,
from.
I should say, is it Venetian? Yeah.
Anyway, I've ended up on some very fancy article about the history of spritzes.
Right.
I think we move on. Let's go back to Greece. Let's go back to Greece. Now, obviously, on Foot Magic, you've been exploring Greece. Have you come across Panatokoilos?
I have, but I don't pronounce it like that. But again, I don't pronounce it correctly either. So
Panatolikos.
I don't know. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but yeah, that's quite cool. I like that.
It's like, it's minimalist. Like, I don't think it's incredible, but I just kind of like it's just like a little sketch of it, and it's Greek. It's you know, it's going to be a local thing. It's an olive, and the reason I chose it is because so they've got 3 kits. The home is just a yellow shirt.
Yeah,
which I don't think is too inspiring. But the third is the same again. It's like the leaves.
Oh, that's quite smart.
Yeah.
So I think the blue's nicer actually. I do like the blue. It's very It looks like a postcard or something. Like you're getting like a little sort of like chintzy shop where you sort of go, I need to go buy some things, and there's like, you know, wooden pens and things like that. Like, and it's just like you get a little postcard that is just of an olive tree, and you're like, oh, I'll get one of them, and it's like 14 quid or something.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, the sort of the shops I mean. But yeah, Jevova is quite a popular brand over in Greece, I think. For
is
kids,
it?
But
are they Greek? Because I've got some Italian shirts. I've got an Avellino Jevova shirt right here somewhere, but I don't know if are they predominantly Greek, Cordoba. Do you know that?
Like predominantly Italian, Spanish, Mediterranean. I'm guessing Reggiana,
Juve Stabia, Rimini. I think they are Italian. I thought they were Italian. Oh, hang on, wait. Look at the Juve Stabia third.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
I like that.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's good. I thought Juve Stabia were related to Juventus, but they're not.
No, they're not. But then look at all the sponsors on it, though.
Next year. Oh, is it got loads of sponsors on it? Oh no, that sponsor was on the Palermo. Well, no, most of the time you can buy these, especially if they show them without the sponsor, you can buy them without the sponsor. So yeah, that's very cool.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah,
a Jevova might be one to. Let's have a look. See what else they've got this season. We're gonna go off on a quick tangent. So we've got Juve Stabia. What else we got? Are there any others? We've got the Panatoloikis, Carrarese. These are often like smaller teams. Lincoln Red Imps, who we know, a friend of the show, Tom FM, went to see recently.
Yes.
Look at this, Sam Ramese. That's cool, isn't it? Like a radio,
I like that
station type thing. Something different, isn't it?
Mm.
It's cool. I don't know where they're a Serie D team.
Quite
They're fourth
arty,
tier
aren't
Italian
they?
football. Yeah, don't really get a good. I mean, I like when. Oh, we can get dark mode. Maybe we should have that on. I like when teams like do that. They like, it doesn't matter if it's a small team. Do something interesting with them.
Yeah, definitely,
so, yeah.
definitely.
Oh, this is Chievo Verona. They're back. Chievo is
are?
back. Yeah. And I think they've got the name again now by the looks of it, because they right now they're called Clevenze. But I believe, looking at this, they are now back to being Chievo Verona, back from the dead, as all Italian football teams do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Should we stay in Italy for a little bit? Let me just drag the Italians up.
Why not?
Okay, right. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to tell you in advance. I've been a fan of the kits the last few years. I'm not as much of a fan of this one. Can you guess the team? They've been making some classy kits the last few years.
Bologna.
Serie A. It's not Bologna.
It's not Napoli, is it? Oh, yeah, that Roma kit. Oh, yeah. No, I'm not feeling it either, I must admit.
I don't hate it.
It's not Roma, though. It's not Roma. Like,
when I see what that other brand, like Azeta, are doing with like the Roma, I forgot the name of the Rome team that they do, but like they do some really cool stuff. But yeah, this is just like there's like a subtle print on the inside as well. You can see it, right? Like a darker line.
Yeah.
Like a darker pin with these gold. Like I like the gold and red, the rich red with the gold. Rome makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And I like that they've gone to that. But I mean, Riyadh season.
I mean, the sponsor's awful. But even take away the sponsor, right? I mean, if I take my eyes away from the sponsor anyway, I don't buy the pinstripes. Like, if you told me that was Budapest,
yeah,
I'd have been like, all right, yeah, fair enough, that makes sense. Like, and Roma shouldn't be wearing the same shirt as somebody else. I'm sorry. Like, Roma has to have its own kit and its own identity. That doesn't scream to me as a classic Roma shirt.
They shouldn't be wearing the same shirt as someone else, and they shouldn't be advertising another city when they have perhaps the most beautiful city in the world.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. But then again, they they do have, some dubious sponsorship links, sadly. So
I know, but like, this Rome is such a beautiful. I would not go to this. I'm going to get a little bit funny now, but Riyadh is like this modern city of like. I mean, there are some nice sites in places like Riyadh, but it's like a lot of it's all new. A lot of the historic stuff's gone, whereas like Rome is like this classical, fantastic city. I don't know if have you ever been to Rome, Tony?
No, I haven't. I must admit, it's so nice. It's on the long list of places for me to visit. But
yeah, like there's so much to see there, and a lot of Italian cities are very nice, like particularly the older ones. That didn't get over industrialized or destroyed for whatever reason. No, Palermo unfortunately was a city that was mostly destroyed, but there are bits of it that are very, very nice still. But Rome is like they never built over the old ruins or anything. It's like they built over some of them, and they'd still find some of them like years later. But it's just it's just fantastic. And I just think it's weird to be having a sponsor from another city on perhaps the best city in the world. So yeah.
And okay, the shirt sucks. So
yeah, let's go to another city then. Let's go to another very nice city that I've also visited. Actually, I went to a game of theirs last year. Hellas Verona. What do you think of this one? Hey, let me get another picture, because I don't think that's an imprint. I think it's just like a weird.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at that thinking, like, is that like a muscle print on there? Like,
yeah, no, it was just like a weird printing on the photo. I think weird reflection.
Right.
I mean, right. So the Roma.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
this is right up my street. Okay,
right.
This is Hellas Verona. Like, okay, let's ignore the what they are as a team, right? But yeah, this is class. This is proper like 1980s, 1970s. Like, you could you get your kit out of collecting a packet of crisps sort of vibe. Like, it's cool as. It's probably cool as.
I mean, look at how they've advertised it. They've got this older guy. It reminds me of the old is it Leicester? I think it's Leicester shirts, right? I think Leicester used to have similar shirts to this, like with the blue and yellow. I like it. It's like, I mean, in a weird way, like you compare that to the Roma, And it's like Roma could have, like, for a team like Roma, like, I know Roma is also the stripes, but it's like, oh, okay, but it's also just like put on an Adidas template.
So generic, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, you know, there's just little bits, and it's like, okay, you go to the Hellas Verona, and they're like, no, it's not a template. It's very, very simple. It's like the Athens Calathea one.
Yeah, it's that thing in it of what do you do with just stripes? Well, you do this. Like, you just you can do the same thing, but do it better. And yeah, it's great. And without the sponsor, it looks brilliant like that. We were saying earlier about, like, you know, what with the Athens shirt, like that's the one that you wear just like kicking about in the pub or whatever, go for a barbecue. Look how cool that would be during the summer, just wearing that. Again, it's a conversation starter. Oh man, that shirt was class. Yeah.
They've changed their badge a few times over the last few years.
Yeah.
And so they went to this more modernized badge with like the two heads, sort of semi-modernized badge. I don't know. I think it might have been a redo of one of the 80s ones. But now they've put like these like chevrons either side of it, or like actually they look like Valor, don't they, a little bit? But yeah, they look kind of cool. Like they sort of just like box badge in a little bit
on the army uniforms, isn't it? What are they called? Little
Valor stripes. Or rank stripes. I don't know. Someone will correct us.
But yeah, like without the sponsor, it looks really, really cool. I must admit, it looks really, really, really cool.
Yeah, actually, it's saying about Champions of Italy 84-85. So I wonder if let's have a quick look.
Is it a callback to the kit that they won the league in? Then it must be, surely.
84-85. Let's have a quick look. Actually, I mean, I tell you what. Where's that one? Just then, Leggea 2004-2005.
Yeah,
that's it, isn't it? And then that one must be a.
That's
how many times going to call back? If they've done that a few times, it's like,
why would you not?
Yeah, so it is back to the old. So I was right about the badge. I'll tell you what's funny about it. You promised no Adidas trefoil.
Oh, look at that!
The funny thing is, it's an Adidas trefoil one with Canon on it. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice as an Adidas one.
It looks brilliant. It looks brilliant.
I like that they've done it and they just don't care that it's not Adidas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adidas. It's cool though, right? Like, you know,
really cool.
they've obviously not been afraid to go back to it a few times. Oh yeah, so that was the in-between badge that had like, I mean, the giant version in the 90s.
But you can't exactly copyright pinstripes, can you? You know what I mean? So as long as you got that, it's like, I like that. Big fan.
Yeah, I've got a few Hellas Verona shirts because I went to see. I've got this one actually. I like this one because I went to see them last year, and it's just like. Unfortunately, it's one of those teams which has a very, very, very slight questionable part in their fan base, and it's a minority. And I think most of them have been like removed from the club, but they're still there. I actually also picked up this goalkeeper or the away one as well. I found out if you ever go to Verona, like it's just a side tangent very quickly. If you ever go to Verona, there is a club store in the city centre. Even after the season ends, the shirts in there are still quite expensive, but not too far from the train station, and it's walking distance from the city centre. There is a outlet store, and it's hard to find. Even on Google, Google doesn't really say where. If you type it, you have to search for the Verona outlet store. And I got shirts for like loads of shirts for like 10, 15 euros in there. So yeah, if you ever go there, that's where you want to go shirt shopping, in the outlet store. And I only found it like as we were waiting for our flight, and I was like, we had half an hour at the train station, and I was like, I'm gonna run to this shop and see whether it exists, and it did. And I ran around the shop, picked up a load of shirts, put them in my basket, checked out, ran back to the train station, got my train just in time to get to the airport. So
perfect.
By the way, that is the third. Gold,
smart,
black,
smart.
Yeah.
Is it gold or is it like an olive?
Yeah, it's gold.
It is gold. Yeah.
I'm colorblind, so don't ask me, but I believe it's gold. I like their kits. The away isn't bad either. Actually, they got a nice little design on. Oh, look at that! Actually, no, I've changed. That's even nicer. There's a marble in that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's cool. And then there's like a cool collar on it. They've done 3 stunning shirts there for Hellas Verona.
Smart.
Yeah. Right, let's stay in Italy. And we'll stay with the theme of questionable fan bases, unfortunately, Tony. I know this isn't your favorite subject.
It's fine.
But, we'll go across the Lazio.
I knew this was coming because I found it really difficult because it's really, really nice, isn't it? It's really nice.
Did I show it the other week? I bought one in the end. I was on the fence and I got the 2000 one.
But the one you bought is class as well. Like the problem. Okay, right. Look, my problem with Lazio, right, is that, well, we know my problem with Lazio is that they're also called Nazio, right? But I grew up in watching Italian football in the 90s, and I had a bit of a sort of glint towards Lazio. I stuck with Sampdoria, thankfully, right? But I was a big fan of Giuseppe Signori. So I'm watching him score loads and loads of goals. There's absolutely cracking Lazio kits from the 90s. And this right now, Mizuno. They've gone back to Mizuno. Like, this is a great kit. Really, really smart kit.
It's interesting. It's got like those vibes of like it's got Japanese writing on the back. It's Japanese, isn't it? It's not Chinese, it's Japanese, which is interesting because it's Mizuno, I guess. Like wonder what it says. Well, yeah, that SS Lazio in the name there is like kind of like the way they've done that is really cool. It's like sort of like a 90s vibe, isn't it? And,
I think it's meant to be a little nod to the Umbro imprint.
Like, let's have a quick look at it.
I feel like that's maybe what they're trying to do with it.
So the Umbro imprint,
like, sort of like 1990, like when they had like the Banco di Roma across the front. I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
This one, yeah.
If you click on that, so that was the badge, wasn't it?
We'll check it, isn't it? Yeah. Did they have? Yeah. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, that one's got like a giant badge in it. This one maybe, or like I guess like any of these, right?
Yeah.
You know, a mixture. They're all sort of like
they've all got something in it, haven't they? So
yeah, that one's a bit too early. But they all sort of have like a sort of print in them. Does this one have one? Oh, that's the one. Yeah. So it's sort of gone back towards that in a way. You know, this one as well, the giant badge in the background. Yeah, I like it. It's
it's really smart. It's really, really smart. And Mizuno, not a brand you see too often on shows like this.
No. I mean, we're going to do it. We're going to see what else Mizuno are doing this year. They've got another one, right? There's our link to the next shirt. So they've got one of the highest rated shirts this year on Kit Archive that we're also going to look at. Look at the goalkeeper away. Look at the colours on that.
Oh, look at that.
By the way, we did miss a load of the pinks on last week's show.
What's the pattern on the bottom of the goalkeeper kit? Yeah, it's class.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
If someone had a pre-shirt like that a few years ago, they've got Bochum. I can't remember how you say it. Someone corrected me once. Yeah. Okay, let's go from Lazio then to the Augsburg. So we're going to leave Italy into Germany. This is one of the highest rated ones this year. Can you make that out?
I can make the fact that it's paneled and it's like individual, almost like a mosaic. Like a mosaic. Yeah. I was going to say like a blanket, like in like a family history blanket. But yeah, it's like the Sheffield United one that we had on last week.
Yep.
Where that was all like sort of little designs inside, and this is just again Roma. You've just had maroon and gold, and you've messed about with basic bitch stripes, right? And a tacky sponsor. You could have done it like this. Even their sponsor's not great, but you forget about it, don't you?
I mean, do you know what's funny about it? Like that is a very Romanesque style,
100%. Yeah.
Like, and I believe the badge for Augsburg is a artichoke, which are very popular also in Rome. Rome is very famous for its artichoke starter, which I've tried. I wasn't so fond of. There are the Rome foods that I much preferred, but yeah, the artichoke. And it might not be an artichoke, but it certainly looks like an artichoke. And I think it's really like interesting. A shame it's not on the sleeves, but like the gold on the rich red, the gold, not too bright a gold. It's not as bright a gold as like this one, for example. It's like a subtle gold on a rich red, and I think there's just something about that color scheme that works well together.
York City had it, didn't they, a couple of years ago when they had the Minster kit for the 100 years, and it's just it screams like, you know how we say about when the AIK kit screams a touch of class because it's just plain, it's black and it's gold, or it's white and it's gold. This sort of like crimson and just dark gold. Is it dark? I don't know, but crimson and gold. It's a really, really nice color palette that just can't help but look anything other than classy. Like, you've really got to struggle to make it look rubbish. I mean, hello, Roma. Welcome in.
I've got the perfect example, right? So today I did my Whatnot sales, and I had those those Arsenal shirts that I had before from my stepdad, right? Now look at Arsenal's home shirt. Every year is like this bright red, sometimes a little bit darker, but not too much darker. All right, except with one exception. And you know what? It's their highest rated shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like this sort of burgundy maroon, like with gold on it, Highbury shirt. And that's the fans' favorite shirt. And like that, I sold that today, and it went for more than the Invincible shirt. And like the Invincible shirt is 2 years early. In fact, I had 2 Invincible shirts. I had that, not that one. That's the one in between. That one, and the yellow away. And like this went for more just because the fans love it so much. Like maroon and gold. I think it's just like it's a winning combo almost.
Yeah, definitely. It's just done really nice. I mean, the Ipswich away, like, you know, we spoke about that last week. Yeah. It's the same color scheme. Like, it's just.
Do you know who I'm surprised don't go for this color scheme? I'm surprised Bayern Munich don't go for this color scheme more. Because they have in the past.
Yeah.
And like, I know we're going to do Champions League in the future, but they did this in around 2012. They went to a much darker maroony color with gold sleeves. And then they sort of drew back from it a little bit. And then, last year was white. This year it's like this orangey red weird thing that we'll look at another time. But yeah, it's like, I think like if Bayern did that, I think it would work really well. It's interesting how teams. Well, okay, let's go look at. Should we stay? Let's stay in Germany. Let's do another team in red. I don't know if you're going to like this or hate this, Tony. Mainz.
Oh, hello. Well, that's a bit interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Jacko one.
Yeah.
A bit of gold on there. It's like a patchy checkerboard. It's also with like a triangle design in the back.
It's like a chef who is off to a Grand Prix. And I don't know if I really described that properly or not, but I sort of feel like that's where I'm at. It's like if Five Guys had a football shirt.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
That's what it looked like.
I was thinking Little Chef for a minute, but Five Guys works.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, right? Because Croatia have very much got red and white checkerboard sewn up, haven't they? Like, they've got the market for that. And interestingly, their shirt this year was really, really poor. It's like how have you managed to do that badly? But then Mainz have come along and went, well, you know what? It's quite difficult to do checkerboards and make them look fun. But they've had a go, which I quite like.
There's nothing historic. Oh, they did have it. 96. They had a checkerboard.
I'm not 100% sure it hits, but I think it's one of those ones where maybe if I see it in real life, I might change my mind. But it's still better than the Roma kit, I must admit. Some of these special shirts, by the way, that you can see there for Mainz, these are absolutely class, by the way.
Yeah, where is these?
Oh, that one there, that stripe one, the hoop one.
Oh, look at the print in the back of that.
That's cool.
You like this one?
Yeah, I like that. That's brilliant.
Is it for something? Fastnacht. Okay.
Sorry, my ADHD's kicked in. I'm like, I know we're talking about this, but it's like, hey, look at something else.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? We've got to look. That's the away this season. That's kind of nice. No, I was sort of curious if how the historic the Czechs works. They had it last year as well, and they also had they sort of teased it a little bit with the Kappas. Well, that one I guess is Czechs, isn't it? It's not Czechs, but it might as well be.
Yeah, right? I guess
it's the same concept. Was that the stripe one you're on about?
No, it was the horizontal stripe one I was on about. Yeah.
So these are their carnival jerseys. Did they have a big? They must have a look. They got one every year.
Look at that! Look at that Czech one, the multicolored Czech one. Now we're talking.
It might. There must be some like big carnival in Mainz.
Must be, yeah.
Like I get like to have a carnival shirt every year. That's fun.
I like it.
Is that there? Oh, that's the goalkeeper. That's not
fact,
kind of.
You know what? Put the home shirt back on again, because I think I might change my mind on it. You know, I think I might come around to thinking it's okay. Is it a cycling jersey?
Possibly? Imagine that this is a city that is apparently full of clowns, German clowns. Does that convince you that this
German clowns and salami salesmen?
Does that convince you as to this should be their shirt?
Oh yeah. Now I'm convinced.
Perfect.
Like,
especially actually now, the more I look at that, but the more I think mines must be where clowns come from.
I think mines live entirely in 8-bit. So therefore, whatever the design is it Space Invaders?
Yeah, it might be. Right. Okay, we're staying in Germany for you. Let's do our little European tour. So we're going to stay in Germany.
Oh,
St. Pauli. You like this St. Pauli?
I do. I nearly bought this. In classic football shirts. Yeah. You don't see many brown kits, right?
You don't.
And let's go back to beautiful Jackson Irvine in that group picture, because I'm a sucker for a long sleeve shirt. Look at it.
You like it?
I do.
I'm not sure the brown colors.
I really do. Honestly, in real life, it looks.
Have you seen a real life one? Have you?
Yeah, I was in classic football shirts in Manchester.
Oh, they had it,
and I had it in my hand, and I nearly bought it. And I might buy it because I'm thinking about doing. I was thinking about doing St. Pauli as my FM25 beta save, so I nearly bought the shirt.
Is it not how milky do you like your tea or your coffee?
Honestly, it's not that bright.
Chocolate milk. It looks like chocolate milk.
That picture there does the light brown quite a disservice. Okay. I think that these pictures are more accurate. It's not bright, but it is. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's still two-tone brown. Like, there's no way about it. But I just think, I think it's quite smart, quite classy. Okay. And again, a conversation starter.
Yeah. What about the third?
It's pretty cool. They're like their rainbow colors, which I really, really like as well. So they're very, very sort of supportive of the LGBTQ plus community, which is awesome. So, yeah.
I just wish they adopted the pirate theme a bit more.
Yeah, and lent into that a little bit. Yeah, I guess you're right.
So yeah, okay. St. Pauli, right? Would you like to go west or would you like to go south from St. Pauli?
Let's go south. Actually, no. The pet shop boys go west, so let's go west.
Go west. Okay, we are off to the Netherlands then. Ajax.
Oh, is this the
not a Champions League team this year? Yeah. So the really interesting thing is, I'm going to see if I can find it.
I'm going to tell you who's going to buy this shirt right now. Right?
Who's that?
While you're busy searching this, FM girl Alice. She'll have this shirt. She will absolutely have this shirt.
Friend of the show. Got it, I'm sure. Okay, so this was never a real kit.
This was the leak, wasn't it? Yeah.
If you want to check if a website is selling fake kits or real kits, this is a good one to do it on. So like this new kits, Mine Jersey, Gold Kit Store, these are all fake stores. Like this never ever existed. So it just didn't. It was just like a concept kit that someone made, and then Ajax went, oh, people might quite like a Vincent van Gogh inspired shirt. So they've got this one. I don't know if I'd prefer the Starry Night one. I think this one's like an inspired by. I don't think it actually features a Van Gogh.
No.
I don't know if he managed to crank out some Ajax kits before he died, but yeah. I like it.
It's all right. It's smart. The problem is though, is that Adidas just refused to do anything other than on that current template.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Like, it doesn't need to be. Like, if you're doing something that's a bit different, let the teams like take these extra little bits of colors off these sort of like the bits around the bottom of the shirt, the horrible stripes on the shorts. Not every kit needs it.
No.
I mean, their home kit's quite smart, actually.
I mean, yeah, but you get that and you go, what season is it?
But I know, but like the little bit that's new on it, a collar, it's a bit interesting. The sponsor doesn't look. The sponsor's not Ajax for me, but
Zigo, they've had that for a good 7 or 8 years.
I know, but I still always imagine that
Zigo.
they've got Arb Bank down the.
They've had Zigo for 10 years. I know which one you want. Yeah, you want ABN AMRO.
Yeah, so on. Yeah,
which they probably had. Do you reckon they've had Zigo for nearly as long?
Oh,
no,
TDK
91. No, they had ABN AMRO for about 15 years, but I think that bank went bankrupt in the financial crisis. I'm pretty sure that was one of the banks that had to get absorbed in the financial crisis. So they've had Zigo since, which I don't know what Zigo is. It always makes me think of Zippo, but it's not Zippo, is it?
No idea.
Zigo.
It's a big
telephone company.
It's a big red stripe. This one this year, isn't it, for Ajax?
It's a phone company. Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's slightly wider, I think. Than is it much wider?
No, it's not much wider than last year's. That's what she said.
Yeah, but you can see, look,
yes, same kit.
The collar is like a different collar, right? And that's 4 years ago. Like you got a round collar that year, you get a white collar that year, you get a circle collar that year. That's the same one as the one I looked at 2 seconds ago, right?
Yeah.
Like they go round. So we go. Okay, so they had that collar 10 years ago. Maybe they're just on collar rotation every 10 years, right? So like white collar with a V-neck, round red collar with a V-neck, white collar with a circle neck, red and white collar with a V-neck, red and white slightly different collar with a V-neck and center aligned, and then we're on to the polo collar.
Yeah.
So they're just changing their collar. So I think it's a fail on the home, but I like the away.
Yeah.
It's just a shame about the Adidas template. Okay, let's go a little bit north from the Netherlands, up into the other very flat country of Denmark.
Oh, this is one of mine. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Simple. Do simple kits well. Again, show me what it looks like in long sleeves. Oh,
you like the long sleeve?
Yeah.
Albani. I like that the sponsor fits as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Like it's not in your face. It's like it sort of works with the design of the shirt. But yeah, that's for me. That's an absolute belter.
Right, let me give you a choice: that one or this one.
It's pretty cool. You'd be the coolest referee in the league, wouldn't you?
That's the pre-match jersey.
Like, yeah, give that to the referees.
This is the in-match.
That's
like black and white. They're very similar. Does this have this does see? You see on this one,
I think it's got the chevrons on the top as well.
It's got OB in the print. I think maybe they could have done that on this one. I don't know. Maybe that would have been too much.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go. Okay. We got to go west, or we got to go south, or we got to do both. So, let's go south to Basel.
Oh,
the Guy Fieri of football shirts.
Yeah.
Mixed ratings on it. It's not the worst.
It was designed by former WWF wrestler Bam Bam Bigelow.
It is a Bam Bam Bigelow. It's a shirt that skaters wore in the early 2000s. I think I had a shirt like this in the early 2000s.
It's a Linkin Park special.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we thought the Germany shirt had those like flame tattoos on the wrists. This one gives you it all over. It looks like a flaming mo, doesn't it? Like the Homer Simpson cocktail.
There is that cocktail where it's just like blue flame. I think it's like, it's in a weird way. It's like cheap and smart at the same time, if that makes sense.
Is it Dooley's, the cream egg flavored liqueur?
Oh yeah, it's just the yellow outline on it, isn't it? As well.
Yeah,
I think it is smartly done, but it's like do you know what, the black away is kind of cool.
The black away kind of works.
Well, black
in
and
a
white,
strange way.
It's more of a white, isn't it? Yeah. And the third I really like. It's got like a dragon on it.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of in that Zeta Maybe not quite a Zeta, but it's like a, it's a classy shirt.
That's
I imagine
Macron,
that goes down well in it. And look, there's scales in the
good,
numbers. Yeah. Like in a Game of Thrones era, that's cool. Actually, I've decided if I see one of those, then it's not too expensive. I'm buying it. That's it. I might even get the first shirt. Like it's one of those shirts.
They're pre-match.
Don't show me a map shirt. Don't show me a map shirt. And a black and white map shirt.
Yeah.
Oh no. Right. Basel. I might get all the Basel shirts this year. I don't even know if I hate that or like that. I think it's just fun. Maybe
it is fun.
People will hate it, but
yeah. All I've seen is the flames, and I've not even realized it's got an actual color on it. And it took me ages to work out there was Macron.
Yeah. Yep. Do you know, it's funny, when I was 11 years old, I would have worn this. When I was 20, you wouldn't have seen me dead in it. And now I'm slowly approaching 40s. I'm like, who cares anymore? Back in, just have some fun.
Yeah. I'm wondering though, how many Swiss people are going to be like buying that and wearing it to the football?
I mean, what was their option for last year? Probably just stripes, I imagine. Oh no, yeah, it's just that. Well, actually, a weird thing in the sleeve last year.
It's very, very different, isn't it? It's very out there.
I mean, I have a feeling their kits have always been a bit,
safe.
No, I wasn't going to say safe. They had a bit of a mixture. They're sort of like I guess like one of the problems of their kits is they're like Wish.com Barcelona,
yeah,
especially with their name, and like you can see they had stripes and they went for the two colors,
bit of yellow on there,
and at some point they switched the two colors, and then like this year they're like, right, Barca will not have this kit. Let's go for it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what then. Let's go to Barcelona, to Espanyol.
Yes.
What do you think of a Kelme kit? I just thought I'd draw it up as a Kelme kit.
We haven't had a Kelme kit for a while, have we? Yeah.
Now there is a little print in it. Oh, sorry, I'll get the print back up. I thought it was just interesting that there was a Kelme kit out there.
Smart. Just nice. Like, maybe Brighton could have had that this season instead of the another standard Nike template. But yeah, lovely.
I thought it was just a nice little shirt, and I thought because Kelme, we'd go for it. Right. So you're big on the Hummels this year.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this Malaga?
It's nice, isn't it? It's a bit OTT for me with all the sponsors on it. But
yeah, like that's the placement of that sponsor there just really annoys me. I guess like it's nice that it's in the white. But it's also like horizontal and like then there's already one sponsor on there that's got like loads of typing on it, which I think is like which is like Visit Malaga or Eat in Malaga, I think. I don't know, or Visit. Someone who speaks Spanish will correct me.
But again, it's very summery. It's very summery. Yeah, it's nice. I think a sponsorless version would have been interesting.
Purple and yellow for the away again. It's just the sponsor.
Not really feeling that. I must admit.
I do like the contrast they sort of managed to get off the Malaga logo quite often. I do like the Malaga badge. I do like that because the Malaga badge, as you can see in the top right there, actually is coloured. But the way Hummel have sort of been like, right, no, we're just two-tone the Malaga badge. Now the third one I quite like with the castle in the background. You get the castle behind, and that's sort of like the castle as it is in the badge.
Yeah, I like that.
But it's the stupid sponsor. Oh well, could have been
Third kit for me. It's done, but this one,
Hummel again. Las Palmas.
Can you get a more old school Hummel kit if you try? Like, it's just mint, isn't it? It's really mint, like proper good pattern in the shirt, sublimate in the shirt. It's got a collar. You don't notice the chevrons. The chevrons aren't around, but they've got these diamond sort of checkerboard things. Chevrons down the shorts. It's just I'm very happy.
It reminds me of a 90s shirt. Do you know what that print reminds me of? The shirt, I got you. Or was it a jacket? It was a shirt, I think. It was the 1994 Italian. Which team was it? Do you remember it had the little mark on the sleeve?
The
Vincenzo one, and it had like a jackering and a print like that on the sleeve, didn't it? It reminded me of that.
I really like it.
Okay, All right. Okay. Let's move on to. This is Valladolid. Estrella Garcia. Do you like this one? This was a Kappa one rather than a Hummel.
It is smart, isn't it? What's that? They got a white one as well, haven't they?
Is the white one you like? Sorry, you like this one?
Yeah.
Oh, was this not the one you were thinking of?
It's not, no, but
okay.
It's a weird like I think of
twine.
It's nice, isn't it? It is nice. Cool.
I'll show you something of Valladolid. Did you not tell me? Wait,
it was Valladolid, yeah.
Hang on a minute. You get it with 2 different color badges.
That's pretty cool.
I wonder how you decide what color badge you get. Anyway,
interesting. It's like heat sensitive or something.
Let's see. What is this? It doesn't say. Let's see. You said a white.
Was it Rayo Vallecano? Is what I meant.
Oh, okay, okay.
We'll
have a look. Yeah, that's their third, by the way. Rayo Vallecano. Is it anniversary shirt? Is it like a River Plate type one? Is it this?
No, I don't think it's this at all. I think I've just made it up. So
that's their home. That's their anniversary one.
Oh, hello. That's nice.
None of these.
None of them. I'm going to go back into my
Discord. Would you like to see La Liga and see if it's you got Athletic Club, you got Madrid, Barca, Girona.
I'm just scooting back through to work.
The Sevilla one is white.
I don't think it's Sevilla.
Valencia one is white.
Villarreal's not sure. White. I might have to come back to it and work out which one it was that I thought it was. But
Osasuna third. I think there's some nice ones in there anyway.
There's some nice ones, yeah.
But it was
not have Valladolid in there because we haven't had Valladolid in before. But
yeah.
I thought I was going there, but apparently not.
Okay, right. I think I've got one more team, unless you want to add any. Into we jumped over France. Let's go back. Versailles.
Yeah.
Are they in the top division or are they in the second division?
I don't think I think they're second division.
Second. No, Championship National might even be the third, I think.
Yes, because it's League and then the Championship National. Yeah.
So it's a Kappa gold, like a rich blue, like they got the Fleur de Lyon, the Fleur de. What's it called? I don't know.
Fleur de Lis, isn't it?
Fleur de Lis, that's it. Yeah. So all the scouts are swearing on it.
It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice, and their away kit's lovely as well. The white one.
Yeah, let's. I've got the away kit open as well. Here we go. Here's the away. It's got a different badge as well. Interesting.
Yeah,
gold. That's like this color gold.
That shirt screams surprise shirts mystery box, doesn't it? Like,
I wish mystery boxes would give shirts like this more, but I bet it's not because I bet it's like a 90 quid shirt. I mean that's what they need to be doing. If you're a mystery shirt giver outerer, get these kind of things. Like no one is going to be unhappy if they get that in the box. Honestly,
yeah.
The trouble is that they're getting the ones that are £5 from India. Yeah, because they buy them in bulk. The Indian ones or the Egyptian ones or whatever.
But yeah, you open a mystery box that pops out at you. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm going to order another one straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I don't think I missed any. I'm just to have a quick look through. No.
Brescia.
You would like to see Brescia?
Yeah.
Brescia,
please.
Here we go. You're a fan of the big V.
It's very similar to the Versailles one without the V, like in terms of the collar, the style of it. It's quite similar.
I
just think it's very, very smart. Very smart.
It's a shame that the V sort of stops at the sleeve,
isn't it? Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know what you'd do with it otherwise, I suppose.
But again, it's got a very old feel about it, hasn't it? Like,
it has a very Italian feel. Like,
yeah,
you look at the old Italian sports, they used to have these big V's and stuff, didn't they? Like on the and some, like in some sports you still get that. Like I think in horse racing and stuff you'll still get the jockey shirts with this sort of like design on it. So yeah, I like it. It's got an interesting color too.
I think as well it matches onto the away, and then again, this seems to be the year of the third shirt as well. Like, so
what's the third?
So they've got that's the third shirt. It's like it's really nice, isn't it? That, you know what? Yeah. Blue and gold. That's, you could give that to Brisbane Raw or something, and that would look class, wouldn't it?
Like, it would. I mean, they also have a lion logo, very similar to that, so it would make sense. All right. Can I show you one more that we didn't? It's a UK one. I'm curious on your thoughts. Anyone with epilepsy might want to shield their eyes. The new.
Oh my god!
That's the Portsmouth third kit this season.
Was it won in a competition from someone at school to do it?
It is very colourful, isn't it?
Isn't it, like, just
saturation up to the max?
It's Campos's kit from Wish, isn't it? Like,
I kind of like it, but I mean, yeah, it's chaotic. I don't think having that yellow outline.
Again, it's like, it's similar to the Sunderland one. The fact the sponsor just like doesn't stand out because it's got that white sponsor on the back of something so light that maybe you want to have like a little bit of drop shadow or something on there. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bit wild for me, Si. I must admit, as a 44-year-old man from the north.
I'm in two minds about it, but I mean, do you know what I love? Like, at least the sponsor is a good sponsor on our kit.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy. A university, a local university, is good. So yeah. Right. I think we're well. If you've watched this and you've got this far, let us know which shirts we've missed, and maybe we'll look at them in the future. Obviously, the Champions League ones we'll look at in the future. We might do some leagues at some point. Obviously, when we have some guests on, we plan on getting some guests back in. I know it's been a few weeks since we've had a guest. We'll ask them, obviously, what their favorite shirts is. We're going to have shirt of the year as well as we approach Christmas. So there is plenty more. If we've missed something, it's not over. It's not missed forever. There is plenty more time for it to crop up.
Also, as well, if you want to suggest anything that I can buy over the next few weeks, starting to realize that I'm either don't fit into a lot of shirts that I used to own, or still do own, sorry, or I've worn them on streams, and I'm like, I'm looking now going, oh no, where I don't want to be repeating stuff. So yeah, anyone's got any suggestions, particularly things that are bargain shirts, again, try and fill that bargain thread up in the Discord.
Classic. We're about 8 weeks out from Retro Football Fair.
Well, you know what? We're speaking about surprise shirts and mystery shirt boxes. There was an email had gone round from one of the surprise shirt companies that their partner venture were selling off a whole load of old stocks, and in there was a Scotland away shirt, the white one with the purple and red going across it. And I was like, oh, I could buy that, but then I was like, going on holiday in a couple of weeks, and I was like, that looked cool as going on holiday. And then I was like, I'll get told off for buying that. So
I got worried for a second that you were going to say either a Spal shirt or a Serbia shirt, because I actually went and grabbed them.
Oh, nice.
And they might be up on the whatnot.
I was looking for those. I was looking for those on classic football shirts a while back, but they never had my size. Because again, look at what you can do with stripes. There's something about it that's just really simple, but looks really, really smart. That's
just funny. This is 2 years ago, but let me show you Spal shirt from this year though.
I'm just jumping straight on the classic football shirts now, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I do this every single time we record, by the way. There's like
just have a look what there is. I don't think they updated the weekly ones. All right, look at the shirt from this season and look at this shirt.
It's the bit on the collars, isn't it? The
collar is they've done the Ajax. That's the only difference.
I prefer the new one, I'm afraid, Si.
Yeah, this one's just got a grey collar, but this is double XL, so it might be a tad too large for you.
If it's Italian size, then it's probably about right. But yeah, it's
Macron. It's a Macron. But if someone is after one of these, it'll be up on my whatnot very, very, very soon.
Excellent.
Along with a Serbia 2010 in an extra large, I think.
Okay. Superb. Okay. Well, in that case, let us know where the Whatnot stream is, Si, because I think people want to go and find that.
On Whatnot. in the description below.
What did I say?
In the where the Whatnot stream is.
Did I say what? All right,
yeah. It'll be in the description below. It's like if you've never been there before, it's like an auction site. I've picked up loads of really cheap shirts on there, as has Tony. Often too many. And then now I'm starting to move someone again, so often I have to stock up on the other sizes. Hence extra larges, or extra larges. I got a 4XL somewhere. It's big.
Oh really?
I got a 4XL Motherwell. So if that interests anyone, it's there. Yeah, Tony, where can people find you?
Twitch.tv/Tony Jameson FM, or Twitter. It's just Tony Jameson, or you can find myself and Si on the FM show podcast.
Yeah.
If you're into Football Manager and want to listen to us talk about that, because of course we've now recruited Si for that show as well. So there you go. You can get yourself an extra bit of TJ and Si in your ears if you wish, every single Thursday. As we say, do let us know if we've missed any European kits out. I'm sure we have, because Europe's quite a large continent. And yeah, let us know which ones you've liked, which ones you've not liked. And I guess if you can also let us know where you want us to start looking next. Best thing to do. Also, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you very soon. So take care, everyone. All the best. See you in a bit. Bye now.